We're back with Summerland Enchantment. It feels like forever. Just kidding. It's been like 2 weeks, but whatever. It's close enough. We'll quickly meet everybody, and then we're going to dive in because it's a jam-packed episode full of death and war and
dying.
Love and hate. All the things Pendragon's known for. So we'll start out with Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I play Lady Owen, currently the displaced Autumn Princess of the Unseelie Court.
And Emily next.
Hi, I'm Emily. I play Lady Beatrice. If there's actually a dragon, I'm going to be very scared.
Be fine. Nicole.
Will I, though?
I'm Nicole. I play Sir Elian the Lost, who did not start out at full hit points already for this war, so it's fun. I came into this injured.
That is a good way to come into battle, I hear.
Yeah.
All the kids are doing
great.
it.
It's just the best way to do it.
Yeah. It'll work out, I'm sure. She's gonna die. We'll go to Cyberbro next.
All right, I'm Cyberbro. I'm playing Sir Lucius Julius Julianus, and I believe in the heart of the cards.
Fun fact: we once had a PC go into battle without a shield, and any armor, and any clothes for that matter. So, and they did okay. So,
well, not all of us
be
Boratrix.
Yeah, we can all strive
except for the clothes.
Yeah.
Honestly, if there's one thing to aim to be, it's Boratrix.
Okay. We're now punting an inside joke down the street, so we will continue. All right. The next thing we're going to do is dive in where we left off. What tragic, terrible, horrible trauma did we go through last?
Rianne died, and then we had a really good fight at the battle. I think we were in Bath.
No, you were at Rianne's Manor.
We were at Rianne's Manor, and then we went up to Raggleberry.
Raggleberry, yep. And we did a roll-off for Raggleberry, because there was not an active fight at Chewton. So you went to Raggleberry.
Correct.
Which actually technically... Hold on a sec. Oh, right. There's 2 Chewtons on this map. I forgot about that. So it's like slightly northwest.
Rockvale.
Yeah. Sorry, I should get rid
No, he can stay.
Bye. Yeah.
No!
You know what? Let's go ahead and just get rid of all these people.
Stop. You're tearing me apart.
Okay, so is there anything anyone wants to, like, as we pick up with the victory in Raggleberry, we're going to assume that there's like a night stay in Raggleberry, which is empty. Is there anything... You know what? I'm not going to pitch it that way. I'm just going to go ahead and roll some stuff, and we're going to see. Let's start with Lucius Julius Julianus. Why don't you tell us what Lucius would be up to this evening in Raggleberry?
I think having liberated Raggleberry, Lucius would probably seek out young Finnegan and King Leo de Grance to see what the plans are for liberating Barrowcrest.
Okay, so you said 2 names there, right?
Yes.
Who was the second?
It was Finnegan and Leo de Grance.
Leo de Grance.
You said they were getting, you said they were getting kind of chummy, so I figured they'd be together.
Yeah, it's fair.
He's got a new friend.
That is a solid assumption. One second. Just finding something that's not super happy. That's good. That's neutral-ish and creepy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get you to roll a d10 to begin with.
Okay. Do you want me to call out high or low?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's my game, not Mark's game. It's a little different. Okay, so we use different systems. That's all. So, all right, no curveballs. So, next, you managed to find. I think you find Finnegan without Leo de Grants. I think it's more interesting.
Okay. So, Finnegan, how goes it?
He doesn't notice you at first. He seems to be like he's got his blade out and you'll be proud of this moment. He's looking after his sword. He's cleaning it after battle. Yeah.
Oh, okay. A little bit of like this. Oh, look, he's learning. This is good. But I think Lucius would say a little bit louder and closer. How goes it? How goes the preparations for liberating Barrelcrest?
He looks up. I met with King Leo de Grants earlier. Things are in order for tomorrow.
Good. When do we intend on attacking? In the morning, evening?
We'll sound the trumpets at dawn.
Trumpets at dawn? Okay.
Indeed. And if I have it correct, we're just a few hours' ride from Lady Olwen's manor.
Good. It's been a long time since she's been home, so I'm sure she's ready to get this business behind her.
I would imagine so.
And you, are you ready for... I see you're making your sword ready, so I see you'll probably be ready for the battle in the morning, then?
I know it's unwise to be rattled, but seeing the slaughter and shooting, and it stirred me. I'm beginning to hate the Cornish, and I know that's not helpful.
Do not blame a people for the mistakes of their ruler. I'm sure if a different potentate sat on the Cornish throne, then they would not conduct themselves as such. And once this war is over, and peace reigns again, we shouldn't allow misdeeds of the past to darken how bright the future can be.
Would it be any different, though? If it wasn't Idris, it would be Gorlo. Would he bend the knee to an heir of Uther? I feel the Cornish will never make peace with Logres.
Maybe he won't bend the knee, but I doubt Duke Gorlo would have burned people claiming that they were witches. I don't know much of the man, but I doubt he would have done that.
He gives a nod. You're right, old friend.
My first few battles, I was a little rattled. I was lucky to have other knights around me. The Comax, Ogridir, Rune, Rain. Yeah. The swords and the Teliad. But that's the past, and tomorrow we build the future.
Indeed we do. Get some rest.
I say the same to you. And Lucius excused himself.
All right. Nicole. I'm going to zoom in on Alien for a minute. Give me a D10 roll, and then tell me what Alien would be up to. Just one thing the night before everything.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
And she's probably looking to get herself fixed up a bit because she is still injured and she took some more injuries from battle. So she's probably in an infirmary or somewhere just getting patched up the rest of the way.
Yep. Do you know how many individual wounds you took? 3? And have you had any of them first aided yet?
No.
Do you even have a squire?
It was Finnegan. Wait, no, I think technically my niece is, but I don't believe I brought her.
Right. All right. Yeah, you don't have a squire then. Welcome to Ragtag Summerland.
Yeah, I left my squire behind.
Okay, but
She's pretty young.
roll a d6 3 times.
$13.
Okay. You have a 17-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 20-year-old squire, all that will look after your wounds individually at some point over the course of the entire evening. So why don't you roll a d20, and we'll test them in this order. So that one worked just fine, so roll a d3. Okay. Then roll another d20. This one's versus... This one you can't fail, but you could crit. Okay. And roll a d3. You're going to get 3 ones. I just know this is going to be your luck.
Yeah, this is what's going to happen. Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're making progress. Maybe the next one will be a 3. Roll a d20. So this one, you've got to beat an 18. Like, 8. Ooh, crit. Roll a d3.
I don't get any extra for critting.
Yeah, it's a +3 automatically. 5, 6, 7, 8 total. You get 8 health back. Where does that leave you? Are you over half at least?
Hang on. Yeah, I was already over half, but I was at 18 out of 30. So...
Okay, so you're in much better shape then.
I'm in much better shape.
Yep. All right, there was no curveballs with what happened here. So, yeah, that is your evening. Important to be healthy, so fair enough. All right. Go to Olwyn next. Give me a D10 roll. D10 roll and one thing that you would like to focus on for the evening.
We're still in Raggleberry,
Yes.
and this was the one that my aunt was at as well.
I believe so, yep. Yep.
Okay.
It's the one he took over after the guy died, and I forget his name. Hold on. I have it right here. No, I don't. Never mind. The old man that was Lady Rian's blacksmith.
Yeah. Well, if my aunt is here,
She is not.
all right.
This place is empty. It was occupied by Cornish that you defeated.
I think I just want to look around and see if there's anything that belonged to my family, like anything that I can find maybe
Yeah, sure.
speak to a survivor or something. If there was anyone who was left behind.
Roll me. Okay, so you're gonna make 3 rolls. You're gonna make an awareness roll, an investigation roll, and an intrigue roll. But before you roll any of them, you're gonna apply a -5, a -3, and a -1 to them in whatever order you want.
So -3, -5,
-5, -1.
-5. Okay.
Whatever order you want.
Yeah. And it was awareness, intrigue, and
Energetic.
energetic. Okay, I will do energetic -1. Success. I will do a intrigue -5. Upsetting. And awareness -3. Critical.
All right, roll me 2d100.
Got you. Uh, 16 and 95.
Okay. You're looking around and you go in one of the storerooms, and as you open the door to the room, you see a string attached to the door, and you kind of like tug on it, and all of a sudden an arrow, a bolt fires across to the wall.
Well then, that's... Can I see if there's like any... They lead anywhere? Are there any more?
It's dark in here, so you spend some time looking around, and you rolled the right things to find something. So you actually find one of your uncle's heirlooms stored in here.
Oh.
Yeah. It is. What would it be? You got any ideas what this might be?
It's possible that it could be his shield or something with his coat of arms on it. In the first episode.
Definitely something with his coat of arms on it. Why don't we say it's his shield? I think that's perfectly fine. Yep. But you also find in here a whole bunch of like gold trinkets and stuff. Like clearly this was being safeguarded.
Mm-hmm.
And clearly the occupiers hadn't quite gotten to this part of the giant manor yet. So
I think she will call upon a trusted knight, either Lucius, Elian, or Minodos, to stow it and,
Yeah, Minodos is happy to boss around a bunch of squires to do it while he eats something and watches. So
delightful.
Yeah. So
can I have some? Oh.
Yeah. He loves to delegate delegated tasks. He's a pro at it. Okay, so that is the end of your. You can take. You get glory for your awareness test, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get to tick awareness and energetic there.
Delightful.
Okay, we'll also give you a tick for the thematic of that one. We'll give you a tick on La Family.
Yeah. I need that.
Okay, we're going to head over to Beatrice now. Why don't you give me a D10 roll, please, Emily?
Alrighty. Five.
2D100.
63 and 11.
Okay. What are you up to?
This is the night before going to Barrowcrest, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's the night in between in Raggleberry.
Yeah, I would love to prepare my spells because I frequently forget to do that. And then I take penalties during battles. So I would like to grab my lovely acolytes and prepare some stuff and some things.
Okay. You make your way towards your acolytes to kind of summon or to grab them because you don't have servants to summon around right now.
Yeah.
And say for Cadwigan, but we'll say he's busy at the moment. So, as you are making your way, I'm going to get you to give me an awareness test.
If I find a dragon, I'm going to be mad. I succeeded.
Okay. You're kind of walking by one of the rooms. There's like rooms. Most of the candles aren't lit. The torches aren't lit, other than the areas you're in. And as you kind of walk by one of the rooms, you swear for a second you saw something like move inside the room.
Okay.
You kind of like you walk past it like 2 steps as your your mind registered what you saw, and so you're kind of like, you didn't just freeze right there, so you can do whatever you want from here.
So I'm not near anyone, right?
You were on your way. You're within good shouting range, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's no one in sight on either side of the hall.
Great. People are gonna be so excited. I have a cat ring. I have a ring that summons a Fae cat.
Mm-hmm.
Can I send the Fae cat another ring instead of me?
Okay. Just to be clear, this isn't an ordinary cat. And I mean, you said Fae, but do you remember what it is?
He's a familiar cat. Thingamajig.
Mm-hmm.
I can try it. I'm looking in the notes.
Okay, but yes, you can. Do you remember how
I
it
don't
works?
remember exactly. It was on the ring. I twisted the ring and he would show up. But I've only done it twice.
All right. All right. You can go ahead and do so. So you do so?
Yeah.
You're kind of in the hallway, and I mentioned there's multiple doors. So you're between the doors you just passed, where you thought you saw something move, and the doors you're about to pass appear. As you twist the ring, the big old cat rounds the corner of the room in front of you, like he was just coming around the corner, like he was already here.
Out of the room that I saw something move?
Nope.
Okay.
No, the room in front of you that you haven't gone to yet. So right in your front vision here, your field of vision.
All right. She's going to kind of coax him over in the way you do cats. Either or clicking.
Just to explain, what I'm trying to say is he doesn't teleport magically.
No, he just comes.
It's like he was there. Yeah, it's like... Yeah.
He's just following me. He's just a normal cat. Yeah, so she'll kind of
Okay.
try and guide the cat. She's never tried to tell the cat to do something. The cat's just been a companion, whether willingly or not, to her children, and just kind of accompanied them as they went. So we'll see how well convincing a cat that there's something interesting ahead of him works.
Okay. Oh, what should I do here?
That's a scary statement. Don't say that.
No, it's more like, what should I do? Because you've had him around before, but I don't think you've ever, like...
Investigated what he is?
No, given him a command. How do you do that?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I think she does what you do with pets, which is like, what's that? We'll see it. Like,
Okay.
the like, I'm going to make it exciting in the hopes that you actually go do it.
Yep. Do you happen to have control fairy creature?
I do.
Okay. Give me that plus 10.
Success.
Okay. And since this is magical, what are your thoughts? What are you instilling in this thing? Like, maybe even subconsciously, what are your thoughts about this room? Can be subconscious thoughts too, but I'm trying to get, like, from Beatrice's angle, what is she thinking and feeling about this room as she summons this thing towards it?
There's something in the room. I don't want there to be something in the room. There's something in the room. Tell me what the thing in the room is.
Okay. All right. It before it even reaches the room, well, we'll say actually probably it coos first, like at you. And a weird, almost like a purr, but it's strange. It's a strange noise, and then it just darts into the room, and you hear hissing, and it's somewhere between a hiss and a growl, like or like a lion's, like a big cat noise. Like it's somewhere between the two. I need you to roll 3d1 or 3d10.
I might have killed someone. I didn't mean to do it. 4, 8, and 2. I'm also gonna go check out the room if I can, because Jesus, it's killing something.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in a second. I'm just gonna, a little bit. We need a little bit more.
You're changing the music.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be something. We got cat battles here.
Catwee. I should have picked a name. I know we were jokingly calling him Catwee, but I don't think that he was officially named Catwee.
No, not officially.
Beatrice probably named him after a Celtic god, so I need to look at the gods list again.
Let's use this for now.
Oh.
Okay, one sec.
I agree with the chat. Some poor squire that was just chilling in that room just got mauled. I've just killed someone. This is where Minotos was napping while he delegated the task.
First one didn't work.
He was a very angry chat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
All
guys.
right.
I'm stress talking because Bob is rolling things and it's a very stressful experience.
All right. And roll 3d6 3 times.
Why are we still rolling things? 3d6 3 times?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet Christ.
Okay.
It's a lot of ones.
You see as you make your way to the door, I need a dex roll.
Okay. That's fair. That's very fair. There's a cat running around.
Okay.
I crit.
You go like this, just as a guy comes darting out of the room, and he hits the wall like on the other side of the room, and you can see the cat is a bit larger than the last time you saw it. It's got huge gash marks on its neck, and the cat's on his back, biting his neck and like tearing out parts of his neck.
Is it one of our guys? Do I recognize him as one of our dudes?
Give me a recognize roll.
Bob, you know how much I suck at this. I never put any points in it, despite the fact that I really should. I crit on recognize.
Okay. Perfect. Well, typical rule applies for under 5. You get to bring it to the next level automatically. So recognize 4 becomes 5, and you get to tick it.
Yay!
You distinctly do not. Actually, no, it's a crit. We'll make it this way. You remember this guy being in Prince Mark's entourage a couple of years ago in Summerland, like when he visited, when he was at the same feast as Cadwy. And you see like he's armed. He's got a dagger, and he's trying to like swipe back at the cat that's on his back strategically, and he can't get to it.
I feel less bad. I'm not gonna lie. I think she kind of yells generally for a knight, but she leans against the wall and just lets the cat keep biting him until the knight gets there. I'm just gonna let the cat keep going until until assistance arrives to take the poor man.
And that's hilarious. Why don't you roll once again? Why don't you roll a d20? Roll it 3 times for me.
13, 7, and 5.
Okay. You do see that he managed to finally just managed to hit it with a dagger the first time you've seen it, be stabbed, and it does cry out, but it just bites harder on his neck. And I need you to roll 3d6 twice more. Okay. He leans up against the wall and kind of pitches forward, and it just keeps biting, and he starts to collapse into a pool of his own blood.
She's going to whistle for it.
Okay.
Before he's unconscious, she's going to whistle for
it. You can tell he's well on his way to unconscious regardless.
Yeah.
But as you whistle it, it stops on command. Comes over and purrs and starts to clean its paws, and then will rub against your leg, which does transfer a little bit of blood, But,
I'll pet it behind its ears. Yeah. She's gonna yell for the squires. She yelled for assistance, but also going to yell generally for squires.
Yes, indeed. All right. So eventually there's
not
age,
dead.
And the squire will look after him. Roll a d6 for me. And then
God, is he dead?
And then roll a d20.
17.
Okay. Yep. He is okay. He is looked after. Roll a d3. You need at least a 2.
Oh no, there's not an auto thing for that. I have to actually type it.
Do you want me to roll it?
I think I got it. Give me one. I did it. I didn't do the right one, but I learned how to roll it.
Yeah. The squire looks up and says,
Yep.
"Sorry, milady, he's dead."
To be fair, the cat now has more kills than some knights, so. Yeah, that's humbling. All right.
We got a couple of bonus cards coming in.
All right, yeah, I'm trying to.
You're all good.
He's just mostly dead. Thank you, whoever put that.
Everyone's extremely worried for Rebecca. You got 2 bonus cards, Rebecca. Well, it's something. +1 to horsemanship is always useful. Indeed. All right, and while we're tracking the +5 to swimming just in bow is for Emily.
I'm confused.
It's okay.
My
You
brain
get
didn't compute.
you get a bonus card if you happen to use swimming, make a just roll, or use a bow. You're gonna get a +5 for one time use. Sometimes it's useless, but
yeah. Okay, I'm thinking I need to stop looking at the bonus cards because I'm getting confused.
We'll get what we'll do is we'll get someone here to kindly track what hasn't been spent, and then we'll roll those.
I'm clipping them
in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, that's not great. All right, she's going to go do the spell thing.
Okay. What is this? Okay, yeah, you're going to proceed, right, with what you were originally planning?
Okay. Yep.
And what are we doing spell-wise?
Okay, so I love it when I start that way. Protect without a doubt.
Yep.
All right. So I want to do protect. And then if I'm not dead after protect, we're up against Cornwall. I want to do... Yeah, I'll do healing. Protect, healing.
Okay. So healing you can cast on the fly for something, or you can put it in talisman. Protect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Protect's kind of the same thing. So if you want to do magic ahead of time, it's putting it inside of something like a talisman or a weapon.
Yeah. So I'll come up with what I can use talisman wise for those two things.
Okay. But you want to make the rolls tonight so you can, right?
Yeah, because I have time to prepare. Because I think we said me casting on the fly was not a good thing.
Correct. I will note that you can still be exhausted doing it the night before, right? Versus like doing it like a week or two before, but that's okay.
Should I wait until the next day?
You might want to at this point. There's not a huge advantage to doing it the night before.
Okay.
Then
Yeah.
There would be if several weeks ahead of time or in winter phase is a great time to think about what magics might I want to instill, because then you can sleep it off in the downtime rather than sleeping it off in the during time. So,
alrighty, sounds good. So then I'm going to deal with my life choices.
Yeah, we'll assume you went to gather them and inform them what the plan is for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. Same kind of idea. But we'll get you to roll on the fly because it's more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go ahead and continue with the next day. Okay. We're going to skip ahead just to keep time doing time things. As you proceed, you're kind of moving through the mist. Everyone's marching and riding together. It's as you move, the mist continues to kind of evaporate just outside of your view, giving you a nice clear path forward. You get the impression it's almost like guiding you too, and as you kind of move through it, it's like, are we really changing our path, or is it more or less just showing us where to go? That's almost how it seems to be structured. And then you can see, if we recall, maybe I'll throw this on here. As you make your way back to Barrowcrest, you recall the marshlands and the river, the water, which many scenes have been placed at this point. You see a lady emerge from the water. I'm just going to test this. Okay. Everyone who has sight may give me a sight roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. As the lady comes out of the water, she steps out, almost like she's been walking the bottom of the water and is just kind of emerging, from the top of her head and forward as she walks out. You can see that she is dragging something in her arm behind her. She is completely glowing, and her features are featureless. It's the features of a beautiful lady. How could you describe that? You kind of can't. It's like angelic. Beatrice, you know that this is glamour with your sight roll. However, the glamour is stronger than your ability to see through it. See who it is. As the lady continues outward, you see in her hand not a sword, but a standard. A battle standard. And like the whole army kind of just stops naturally, and everyone's kind of a bit awestruck by it. Those with sight, I think you're able to recognize enough of what glamour is, but not. You're kind of lost in the moment with those failures. Like it's still striking to you as well.
Does it seem like it's Fae?
It's almost like it's too beautiful to carry. You're almost entranced by it.
Yeah.
Am I also entranced with the success, or no?
No.
Is she moving towards us?
She's moving kind of very slowly towards you across the field. I think Finnegan's the first one to speak up. He says, Who is that?
I don't know.
Likely no one good.
She's so pretty.
No, not
Oh,
necessarily. She's hiding something.
What's on the standard?
Because it's being dragged, you can't see.
Okay.
But as you ask, almost about as soon as Elian finds herself kind of peering at it curiously, she begins to raise it up. And you see a green field on the standard. So it's green background with a white dragon on the front. Heraldry roll, everyone.
I'm good at that.
Oh, I'm not.
I'm not.
No.
Okay.
Was that any of the things that I have? No.
Nope.
Okay, great. That's fine.
Oh,
I was
dude.
really close, though.
Yeah.
That's the closest I've ever been to my heraldry roll.
Dragons.
Just have halfway decent heraldry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think with that failure roll, everyone's just a bit distracted.
It's great.
I'm going to ride forward just ahead of whoever's in front. Who I assume is Finnegan, but
Finnegan is leading, but not necessarily from the front. But I think at this point I think there's a whole group of you that have ridden forward a little bit, because you are the decision maker. So Leo de Grants is here, his mouth's like hung wide open as he watches this. Like he's never seen anything like this. He doesn't spend time in Summerland.
Yeah, I think Owen also wants to ride forward.
Beatrice will try not to let her, given the fact that she can see everyone around her reacting like they want to go near this person. Beatrice knows it's a lie, or at least believes it's a lie.
I mean,
so she'll put herself perpendicular to Olwen once she gets to the front, so Olwen has to ride through her to go anywhere.
How rude.
I know, right?
I mean, Elian's entranced, but I feel like she'd be kind of cautious because this person came out of nowhere.
Bob, can I test my amour to resist the wiles of this?
Oh my god!
His watery heart.
He swears an oath on the moment.
Yes, you can test your chaste or lustful. You will get a +3 or a -3. So +3 to lustful, -3 to chaste. You get to roll whichever one first you want.
I'm rolling. Oh.
Whoa!
Never mind, that answers the question.
I'm gonna do the same.
What is a fumbo? What is that?
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Roll a d6 for me. You can have an amour for the unknown lady of the lake, or unknown lady in the lake. I don't know how to describe that. At 15 for that fumble. So 3 + 12.
Gotcha.
Do I have to do that too?
No, I don't think so. Not with the way this is portrayed. You could simply choose to.
Just checking.
Yeah. I don't think you necessarily have to lock in as an amour. The fumble guarantees it for Lucy.
For sure.
Okay, we're gonna quickly check in real quick with Beatrice, who's ridden forward. I need you to do. You can make another sight test.
Okay.
This won't be replacing your last sight roll. It's additional. Okay. Yeah.
It's a different.
It's mad. It's magic related.
It's another success, a slightly better one than my last one.
Your familiarity with. Actually, you know what I should do? That we'll keep that roll, but make a religion pagan roll too, because we don't roll that enough.
You know, we could stick with sight though.
Yeah, we could.
It's better.
Yeah.
It's still success.
Okay. Whoever this is definitely a lady of the lake. You're certain of it. They have the symbol of their order on them. The power with the magic, the fact that it came from the water. I know you're highly suspicious. What I'm telling you is that this overrides your suspicion.
This would override the suspicion.
This is your magical investigation check, let's say.
Yep. She'll kind of relax a bit and just kind of call out, "Did you need something?"
All of a sudden you see the Winter Prince begin to ride forward.
I'm following him.
No, like he's coming up to you because you establish you're in
he's
the front.
coming to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant he was riding past me, and I was like,
No.
"Oh no!"
No.
You know her.
I don't. But she speaks to me right now. In my
What
mind.
does she say to you?
That we will be victorious with the standard.
Well, my sister's one of them, so I don't doubt their methods.
You trust her. We're behind you. She is very pretty.
Yeah.
He will ride forward slowly. And then
I'm gonna go.
Yep. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't he not feeling brave?
Yeah, he'll ride forward. He is like in awe. He has a rare loss for words. Right forward.
I think Ellie's keeping as close an eye on Lucius as she is on Finnegan, because she's like, I don't know, these.
As the one thing I probably should have given to Beatrice with that sight roll that I forgot, since she's seeing through the glamour a little bit, it is glamored itself.
The standard?
Yeah.
Can I see what's behind the glamour?
No. The rolls determine that. No, you can't.
I
It's
know.
not- yeah.
I'm considering rolling something that got me in a lot of trouble last time. Because I'm nosy. She'll let it happen, but she's going to stay right behind Finnegan.
He reaches for the standard and raises it up with both hands while still on the horse. Kind of steadies himself so it doesn't fall off.
Hand up.
And he'll ride back.
Olwen turns to watch him ride back, looks back again at the lady, smiles, and rides back with Finnegan.
I think because Beatrice is highly suspicious and seeing through a bit of it, he gave a nod that everyone interprets as like a slight bow. But I think for Beatrice, because you're seeing through some of the glamour, the nod is like she said something and he was nodding in return.
What did she say to you?
My name at birth. Though she said saying such things would curse us.
Finnegan's not bad for now.
Yes.
I wonder what they're aiming for.
Who? He says confused, and then you see him kind of move off in a. These people aren't here. Move off in another direction.
He's still within the group of us, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, the group is in the army.
You guys are between. Yeah, he's closer to the army than he is to her at this point.
Is the woman still there or no? Does she leave?
She is, but give me 1 sec here. So yep. I'm going to quickly check in. Who do we think? I don't want to make a PC a standard bear because it's super boring in combat. Who do you think he's developed enough of a relationship with, aside from Lucius, aside from Elian?
I think probably Minodos or Leodegrance. You know, like Minodos being Uther's, guy.
Yeah, Minodos. I would say Minodos.
I subscribe to that. So as we're assuming, like, Beatrice is going to continue with the lady. Well, that's happening. There's this whole scene behind here.
Oh, yeah.
And he hands the banner to Minodos. He presents it to him. And Minodos laughs and says, if you tried to make me your... I can't remember what it's called. It's like Herald or something like that. There's a very specific thing. But he says, yeah, if you tried to make me your the champion of your banner in my 20s, I would have feigned sickness and ridden away by night. But I've killed enough men. With that, he kind of takes the banner willingly. All right. And then we turn back, the camera turns back to Beatrice, the lady. She looks like she's about to turn. After she stood specifically around to watch the banner be handed, and then she turns and starts to walk away.
So which one are you?
She stops. She looks at you. There's a slight smile you see. It's a smile that if you were really good at, focusing on features of people, you would really just probably know who this is. Give me a recognize roll
rubbing
flat.
It in. You're rubbing it in. And it's mean. It's mean and not nice.
Recognize roll. Let's see if you know.
I'm going out. It's a failure and a surprise to no one.
It annoys Beatrice.
Oh yeah.
Because you realize you're like, I know that smile, but who is it? Could be my sister, could be Vivian, could be Nineveh, though you left Nineveh up north. But you know that smile. Your suspicion goes up automatically by 1.
Okay.
What is it at? Is it famous yet?
Yes. 16. That brought us to 16.
Welcome to Famously Suspicious. So
it took us a really long time to
really
get there for a character that is routinely suspicious.
Now at 16, in most cases, you automatically default to suspicious. So, like,
I mean,
you right. I get you basically do anyways in roleplay, but I'm saying outside of roleplay, if I call for a challenge, you just automatically succeed most times at.
Okay.
And when you don't, if you want to resist it, you have to roll suspicious first when it's famous. When a trait's famous, you have to roll the famous one first, and if it succeeds, it succeeds. So
okay.
All right. With that, Finnegan turns and says, "There it is. There's Barrelcrest." And you see the fog like open up. And you see a manor that definitely has some kind of garrison. It looks like the people have been moved into the manor, like in emergency, been called into the manor. Probably your own common folk. Olwyn.
Me.
We're going to give you a roll in a second. But first, we're going to go ahead and dive right into the battle. So all of you can either play as your character or play a champion of your... So the knights are playing the knights. What I should say is Beatrice and Olwyn, you can play a champion of your character, or if you think that you have more to contribute, you can play your own character as non-combatants.
I think Olwyn's going to be in the reserves again this time, but now that Minotaur is standard bearer, is he fighting? He's not fighting, right?
He is not. Well, he's the thing about the standard bearer is they're well protected, but they are up front. Like they have not up front. They are within the army, right? Like they aren't in the reserve. They're part of usually the back line. For purposes of battle table, he would be disengaged. Would be the position.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you'd still have things to be doing. Yeah.
As less concerned about where you're positioned right now, just concerned that are you entering the battle, the threat of battle?
If he's got to be disengaged, he. So
sorry, you're going to take Minotos. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Okay. Following.
Yeah.
Emily, what about you?
I just made a game plan with spells, so I'm gonna stay where I'm at in case I need to do something with those.
Understood. Okay. We can move to the battle proper. I'm going to get one of you to roll for the young Winter Prince here. Let's see how he does.
What's the roll?
Just give me a second here.
Got you.
Okay, so this is either we're going to give this to... You know what? We're going to roll. Let's see who has to do it first. That way I can't blame anyone. It's going to be Cyberbro for the first roll.
All right.
Can't blame me if I randomly determined, right? That's how it works.
It's cool.
And we never spent anything to address Barrelcrest having any sort of strong fortifications. It's not a fortified manor per se, right?
We had ones that were built by the builders very quickly,
the
but they were built by the builders.
Yeah.
So we do have something.
You do. Well, and it's been siege, so we'll maybe make that a little less. We'll go with that. Okay, when you're ready, Cyberbro, you're rolling a d20 versus a 12.
All right. Do I want to be higher or lower than 12?
It's like his battle skill is 12.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Okay. Not starting out great, but this is common with siege, you know.
It's his first battle. Like, you know, it's his first battle.
It's his first time leading men, that's for sure.
Hero. Yeah.
It
Okay.
is.
Now we're going to go through and address the combatants and figure out where everyone is. So I need to know whether... Okay, so Lucius, are you heavily engaged, disengaged, or in the reserve?
Heavily engaged. I am a sword of Intelliot.
Okay. All right, and Alien, I'll check with you too. You are muted, that's why. We'll give Nicole a sec. Looks like it might be a tech issue. So while Nicole's working on that, we're going to determine whether Beatrice is... actually, we'll go to Minotos, who's disengaged. We've determined that. Mm-hmm. And then Beatrice, where are you going to be positioned? I will warn you, the moment you're disengaged forward, you're under a more direct threat of someone trying to harm you.
Okay. So if I'm sorry, I need battle theory, just generally. So Beatrice wants to be where she can see what is going on, but is not in the thick of it. Does that make sense?
Yep. Disengage brings more threat. You could do that. You could go all the way back to reserve, which you see less, but that's the safest. So those would probably be the two best. If you were any further forward, you'd be right in the thick of fighting.
Yeah. She'll probably stay reserve for now.
Okay. Understood.
While the battle's beginning, she'll only hop out if it starts to go south.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. Can I rescind my heavily engaged? Since Beatrice is there casting spells, I should probably be around her, protecting her. And
I'm not casting right now. I'm just reserved.
She's in reserves,
like filling and that kind of thing.
Okay.
I am.
Yep. Do you want to still change your?
Because I thought that was the plan for Beatrice to cast something.
It's only as a last resort. It is the if the entire thing goes south plan.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay back and be with her just in case. Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and we need to take a break anyways before
Is it working now?
It is, but we're gonna go ahead and BRB because I just said it, and we'll be back in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
All right, and we're back. Okay, so we have decided we have Lucius in heavily engaged. We have Alien in engaged. We have Minotos in disengaged. And then we have Beatrice in reserved. So we're running the gamut. Oh, we're getting your background noise again, Nicole. So we'll quickly we'll start with our friend who is heavily engaged first. Lucius, you are sieging Manor, so this is not going to be a battle roll. This is going to be a siege roll. However, with for some strange reason, you have a +10 to your siege.
All right. I'd like to impassion myself also. I'm going to impassion myself with love, gathering of branches, heart. Is that cool? I'm just checking in. Is that cool that I can impassion myself? Or
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
okay. Yay. All right. So mathematically speaking, if I'm rolling siege, plus 10 plus 5 is 15.
Yep.
Am I right?
Yep.
Okay. Sick. Success. Yay.
Would have been a crit.
Oh my god.
That's life.
Yeah. Such is life. Those aren't like things I made up on the fly, like modifiers. Those are passions and such. So we won't count that as a crit. We'll count that as a success. But it is a success. Okay. All right, and just gonna quickly pull up a table here. These are just regular Joes. Why don't you roll me a d20 real quick?
All right, D20. Come on, Commander of the Garrison.
Okay. You see an older knight, probably more like late 30s, early 40s, and you end up face to face with him. You are in an encounter. You are not in a duel, so you get to decide whether you're fighting him for 1 round, which is fighting prudently, for 2 rounds, which is fighting valorously, or for 3 rounds, which is fighting recklessly.
You know what? Yeah, let's go valorously.
That's standard action for a knight. You take that automatically if you don't have it ticked.
Okay. Yep.
And when you're ready, we will assume that neither of you are on horses, because you are sieging a manor. Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm still impassioned, I would assume, or
Yeah. Yep. You're impassioned for the whole round.
all right, sick. And I don't have that plus 10 anymore, do I?
No, not for this.
Okay.
Only for the battle roll.
Okay, gotcha. Yes.
Better than him.
All right. Damage.
Damage roll, good sir.
Okay.
You do not get through his shield. You swing hard. He catches it with his shield, and the battle continues into the second exchange.
Okay.
So another weapon skill roll against him. He'll be contesting with his sword.
All right.
Better than him again.
Okay. Card the card. 17.
You at least break through the armor to deal a minor exchange before you're separated by the tides of battle. In the process of that, you get... he's a bit more of a beefy boy, so you're going to get 10 glory for that exchange. And plus you want 2 rounds, so... make that 28 total glory. And of course, fighting in the thick of things is always not ideal. So we're going to see what collateral damage you take. So you take 4 damage over 3 wounds. Probably just minor nicks and cuts and arrows and things like that.
Gotcha.
You got 3. So just do like 1, 1, and 2 is 3 separate wounds that can be first aided. at some point. And that is the end of your round 1. I said 28 glory. We should add a +5 to that because you were fighting heavily engaged. There's always a little bit more glory in heavily engaged.
So 33 total?
Yeah, 33.
Got you.
The camera pans over to Elian, who's fighting and engaged. I need a siege roll +10. If you want to impassion, you can you can test that, and that'll be a separate bonus for you as well.
My siege skill is already a 10, so
It's up to you. Yep. So you're against a 20 right now.
You
cannot fail.
I can always impassion later for something else. Success.
All right. Roll 2d100. You hit an oracle opportunity.
81 and 71.
81 and 71. Okay, so we're getting clicks from something. You can make actually no, you've already understood that because you're on the battlefield. You see an opportunity where the momentum of the sieging army is stalling. The defending army has managed to create like a wedge through one of the breaches. Remember, this Barrowcrest has been sieged already, so there's still damaged fortifications. The army that's heavily engaged is kind of piling in there, but the army is moving to kind of protect that. The defending army is moving to protect that and then cut off and isolate the heavily engaged. You have the ability to lead a charge into that, like to rally some men around you and charge in and stop that clever maneuver from happening.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. You can make roll 16 for siege. You can make an orate roll +5.
I'm going to impassion myself because my orate is nothing.
Understood. Should have something in it, right? Like 3 maybe or 2?
4.
Yeah.
4.
Okay. So you're at a +10 now.
Okay.
5 from gathering up branches, and then just the base 5 bonus.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay.
So you struggle to raise your voice above the noise of the fighting enough to get everyone there. You can still rally the men that are directly fighting around you and still try to close that gap. It's just a little more risky. Would you like to do that?
Yep.
Okay, tick reckless. And you're going to make the following rolls for me. A siege roll -5, a battle roll -5, and a weapon skill of your choice -3.
But I am still impassioned.
Correct. So they will cancel each other out. And siege, you're still getting every time you roll siege this battle actually, you get a +10 to it for this entire battle.
Okay, so I'm gonna succeed either way. So we just see.
Yeah, you can
I
crit
had
though.
a 10 in it.
You can crit though.
Let me just see if I crit. I crit.
There you go. And you still have to make the other rolls though.
Yep. Oh, hang on. Was it battle?
Yep.
That. It was -3 to weapons.
Yeah. But remember, you're impassioned, so.
Yeah. Crit.
All right. So this is probably the most heroic thing you've ever done, Alien. Like as far as like a moment in a battle, you lead the charge in with like a handful of men, and you're leading this group, and you leap over the embattlement, and you start to cut your way in. You actually end up killing like one of the main guardsmen who's commanding, throwing orders to everybody, and as a result, others start to see you up there fighting, and they start to close in as well. So that risk of things going bad is gone, and so you get the crit for the siege and the sword, and you're gonna get a total of, let me see, 45 glory for that.
And your base is 19 and 10 for those skills?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
You made it, Bob.
You're gonna get those crit glories on top of that, so you're walking away with like 70 glory or whatever, 65 glory.
I have it written down in our insight tracker.
Well done. That's gonna actually impact the Winter Prince's roll for battle next time too. So that was what the, yeah. Okay, so we move to reserved, or sorry, disengaged. Minodos, do you have his rolls, or?
I do have his sheet. I believe he has a siege score.
Roll.
That should matter.
Roll 2d6 though.
8.
His siege score is 8. He fought with Uther. Like he did some sieging. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so 8 plus 10 is what you're rolling for the battle system.
Okay.
So you're just rolling a d20 versus it.
Oh, okay. So just a full d20?
Yeah, you're rolling a d20, and then your target is 18. So you don't want to get a 19 or a 20. Okay. Ooh, interesting. All right. A group of men actually have like pushed their way in. They're like cavalry ridden around back, and they come in just a small contingent. And this is like their heroic opportunity. Like they're trying to carve in and take the standard. As a result, Minodos ends up in a duel against someone who's trying to take the standard.
Salisbury. One land, one king. And he'll draw his sword and start fighting.
Roll a d20.
Or sword?
No, just roll a d20.
Okay.
We gotta see who your enemy is.
Gotcha.
Let's hope it's someone weak and pathetic.
It's a 10.
It's not as dangerous as what Cyberbro rolled, so. Okay. Okay, so this makes a lot more sense. So as the men are trying to take the standard, your immediate, like, you have men around you have men around the Winter Prince that would immediately move into defense of that. And as they're moving to defend it, there are Kernish javelin men that are throwing javelins. So this is times 2. You don't have to do anything other than try and dodge, which would be a dex roll if you want to try and do that.
Sure.
Okay, you can dodge one or both. You don't have a shield. You have a shield. You're not wearing the shield while you're holding the standard. It's two hands. You can split your decks in 2 if you want to contest both, or you can just put all your eggs in one basket for dodging one of the 2 javelins.
I'll do all the eggs.
Okay. First guy then, let's say. Is that so we'll see first off if he hits you. Oh, you rolled a D10 already? Is that just now?
Oh no, I didn't roll it. I didn't roll his dex yet.
Well, the first one misses anyways. So now does the second one miss? Of course, the second one does not miss, and you put all your eggs in the first basket, so the second one gets through.
I didn't roll for the first one. The 10 was for the guy.
Yeah, you didn't have to. He missed.
Got you. Oh,
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
You take 1 damage as a javelin managed to hit your armor.
Oh.
All right. You stay up. That's important. As the standard bearer, you always get 20 glory automatically per round of battle that you're holding it. You're going to get an additional... what's this? You get an additional 12, so 32 total glory.
Wonderful.
And we'll just see about Tides of Battle for him. Ooh, we got some hits there. You took 7 more wounds from another javelin.
I'm fine.
Right. That is the end of your round. We move to reserve for Beatrice.
Hello.
Let's start with a siege roll, which I imagine you have a 0, right?
Yeah, I don't have siege.
Yeah. Actually, sorry, you are in reserve. It's the one area that you can roll battle instead of siege. It's probably not much better, if any better.
But it's better than nothing.
Yeah, roll battle plus 10.
Success.
All right. You get 5 glory. Give me a sight test while you're here.
Success.
Okay. You notice that you look to the banner and you can see that the war standard, it's almost like an arc of glamour, and it's almost like a spider web to every single soldier fighting under the Winter Prince. You can see like the strands of the glamour, of the magic actually linking from it to everybody is the source of it is the source of the plus 10 bonus that you guys are getting right now. Okay, so that brings us to round 2. So we're going to figure out who's going to roll for Finnegan's battle this time. Rebecca, you're rolling for Finnegan. You're trying to beat a 14 this time. Actually, hold on. Before you do that,
Yep.
I'm going to have him test honor.
No.
Okay. So you are trying to roll not a fumble. If you roll a 19, you...
Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
He loves putting it out in the universe.
Heart of the cards.
Heart of the cards.
Success.
Let's go.
Okay. It looks like things are starting to turn from sort of that losing state in the beginning to more of like a stalemate. As things begin to shift, battles are slow moving as they are.
Mm-hmm.
We move back to Lucius just to confirm you are staying heavily engaged.
Staying heavily engaged.
All right, roll me your siege score, friend.
All right.
You are not impassioned, but the +10 is still there.
Not impassioned, but still got the +10. No worries. Oh. Yeah. Yay, success.
Okay. 8. Let's address that immediately. Okay, roll a d20.
Could I hunt down the man I was dueling earlier, or is it just roll the d20?
Yeah, I like that. Give me a recognized roll or a heraldry roll, +5.
Okay. Okay, recognize +5. I'm going to impassion. This time, love the swords of Natalia. I have to honor myself. Okay. And so now I'm going to do recognize because heraldry is dog water. All right. So I've impassioned. That's a +5. And then what was you said there was another +5 on there or another plus?
Remind me. Yeah, there's an automatic +5.
Okay.
Because you literally just saw this person, so they're in your mind. Yeah.
Gotcha. So with the impassion, that's a +10. Success.
Of course, it would have been a crit if I didn't have 5, but that's okay. Yes, you see him nonetheless.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna. Lucius yells out, "We have business, sir." We have business. Cool.
Morgan. We're just going with a name. I needed a name.
No worries. Oh, he doesn't like people.
All right, when you are ready, this is a duel, so this is different. This is to yield or death. Right?
To death. Yep. We're in it. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
So it'll be combat roll plus my 5 from being impassioned, correct?
Correct.
All right, do this. Hey.
It's good. It's good. Ooh, that's not good. Are you at 4? No, you're at 5d6. You just have really garbage damage rolls, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So first time through, you strike at his shield. He raises it, and then you. It's not enough to send him reeling, as you're kind of just testing his defenses. We move into the second exchange. This goes until one of you is down.
All right, gotcha. All right.
That's really good because he rolled a 19. So
The heart of the cards, dude.
if you didn't get the 20 there, he would have probably cut you up pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So then damage first. A 10. And then what do I roll for crit damage?
4d6. How did you roll a 10 on 5 dice?
There are 2 1s, a 2, and 2 3s.
That's like 13. Okay.
Okay, that is true. Hold on a minute. Okay. So 23. So the good news is you at least breach his armor this time.
Okay.
To deal 7 damage. And 20. Would you say 23?
Yeah, it was 23 total.
Ooh. He falls over. He's not unconscious.
Oh.
He's just, you sent him reeling backwards and he trips and falls.
Instantly, sword to the throat, yield.
He's an older man, so I'm going to suggest he's not reckless. Older men tend not to be. Yeah. He goes, I yield. He looks upset. Like, he just lost a duel by falling off his feet. Not by being, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. He's dissatisfied with his own capability there. So.
Okay.
All right. So, Mark, Morgan of Cornwall. Morgan of Gigant.
Hey, Morgan Gigant. Hey. Yeah. All right, cool.
Well done. That's always helpful. We move to Alien next.
Okay. I take it it's a siege roll.
Another siege roll. Are you staying engaged or are you moving to heavily? Actually, you moved to heavily by default.
I think I moved into heavily by, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see it. Okay.
Really shitty success, but a success.
Shitty success is still a success, so that's not terrible. Not terrible. Roll me a d20. You're about to enter a duel as well.
1.
I mean, we call it a duel, and then it's not going to end unless it's going to be fought to the end. Oh, you know what? He's not bad. Actually, never mind.
I rolled 1. It's either going to be really good or really bad.
Okay, give me. You're about to face a infantry. He is an elite infantryman with a halberd, which would suck a lot more for you if you were on a horse, but you're not. So,
yeah. So I'm going to try and impassion with Loyalty Lord.
Your mic's going weird again.
Oh, I think it's because I turned away from it. I'm going to impassion with Loyalty Lord and see if that does any good.
Okay, go for it. I didn't say we couldn't hear you. I said your mic was going weird.
Oh, okay. I thought it might be because I was turned away from it.
Yeah. We need to super glue your mic to your desk somewhere. And
yeah.
I think moving it is causing problems.
That was because I turned my face away. Okay. And then I'm doing battle.
No, you are facing this guy, so you are...
Okay, I'm just fighting him. Okay. Yeah. I crit.
You did not. Give me your damage and 4d6 on top of that.
Yeah.
4d6. Not 1d6.
That was from my
weapon.
blessed weapon. Yep. So 13 plus 3 plus 10. So 26 total.
He does have chainmail, but he does not have a shield if he's wielding a halberd. Ooh, that hurts a lot. He is sent off his feet as well. Are you going to even offer him? He is just an infantryman. Are you going to even offer him mercy here?
Yeah, sure.
Are you?
I don't really want to spend the time.
Okay. You're not just going to coup de draw him?
Hang on. Actually, let's chat. And just for fun. Yeah, I'm going to be merciful.
Okay. Yeah, he will yield. He's not worth anything, but he'll yield.
Yeah.
Okay. He is a mercenary. He's worth something. Maybe like 1 libra. So. Okay, so we move to the disengage with Benodos.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a siege score. Wow.
Critical, darling.
2d100.
Oh boy. That's a 19 and a 90. Yeah.
Okay. Give me an awareness roll for Minodos.
Just straight. Doesn't have one. So what should I roll?
Doesn't have awareness on the sheet?
Nope. I don't know if he has it on a different.
Roll a d20 versus 15.
Fuck. Was bad. I have an advantage from insomnia from earlier.
Would you like to use it?
I would love to use it.
Go ahead and roll.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Double fumbles.
All right.
Dumbles, as we call it.
Dumbles.
Yeah.
You jock.
Okay. Roll me a d20 plus 5 here.
Okay. $19.
All right. In that unit from earlier, you end up being surprised by a young knight who's managed to carve his way in directly to you. And with the standard, which you could technically use, I believe standards are usable as a spear.
Yeah.
You have to fend him off for 3 rounds. He is on a horse. Okay. You are not.
Not. Damn.
Do you want impassion?
I do. I do. I'm going to impassion with my homage Pendragon.
All right, let's see it.
Success.
Okay. So, just in this moment of chaos, he takes advantage of it, and he's going to basically try and spear you 3 times. If he's unsuccessful, it ends. Your men get to him and effectively carve him. If not, Minotos is down or dead or whatever it may be. Or yeah, the dice have determined this fate. Not bomb this time.
Sure.
Okay, it's interesting nonetheless. So this night's like a fresh night, like 21. Let's see where this goes. So you can fight back with a spear if you wish, or dex.
All right, and I get my +10 to all of them.
Why +10?
Or sorry, +5. Sorry.
You get a +5, but you get a -5 because you're fighting him on a horse. So you're flat.
Okay. And that applies to the dex as well.
Yes.
Okay.
He has a advantage, or not advantage. He has a higher ground.
Yeah. Just checking.
Well, con could come in handy. That's a roll you could potentially have to make depending on what's going on.
All right. So yes, I will attempt it would be a lance and spear is the same because I'm Kimmery, right?
Yeah, Kimmery spear. Yep, you get whichever one's higher. Roll it with the roll it flat.
All right. Success. Ooh.
Tie. The weapons break.
No,
but
the standard breaks?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, get fucked.
No, it does not. So in that case, he's going to have to draw his sword. So we're going to change this from 3 attacks now to 1 left. He has 1 shot left at you. So he draws his sword and he moves to cut you down.
Right. I'm gonna. I think he's emboldened with that breaking, so he's gonna go for spear again. Success.
Higher than him. All right. He is, what's his size and strength?
He is 15 and 15 respectively. It's 5d6 damage.
Okay, yeah. So roll 5d6. And then
16.
roll an additional d6. 20.
20 total.
Okay, so that's higher than this guy's thing. So he is... Okay, he managed to stay up, but at this point, the aid comes to Minotos, and all the men start to do their job, and they cut this knight down.
Yeah.
So as a result of that, you get Oracle opportunity on disengage, right? You get the standard 20 glory plus an additional 15 glory plus 5 glory, so 40 glory total.
Lovely.
and you take 1 point of damage from Clara. All right, we move to reserve. Another siege roll.
Success.
Okay, excellent. That's honestly that's winning at this point. Would you like to do anything in particular as we move towards the close of the battle?
Are we pretty... So from where Beatrice is standing, are we pretty definitively winning?
It shifted from losing to the momentum swings towards winning. It doesn't mean something couldn't swing back.
I'm going to ask you a theoretical question. You can tell me if I'm allowed to do it.
Yep.
Is there a possibility for me to essentially funnel power towards what's helping them? Because I can see it. If not, it's no big deal. It was a theoretical.
Do you have glamour?
I probably do. Somewhere in this. I do. It's very low.
Yeah. So glamour is... You would know that glamour is a way of effectively just creating a fairy tale, right? So there's power in this banner because it adds to the story that the banner means something, right? That is a spell that's cast on it.
Okay.
If you want to increase that, you could, in theory, roll glamour. Alternatively, Minodos has been taking some wounds, and you saw that there was an attack on the banner, probably from your position. You could move in to heal him if you wanted to focus on that. Alternatively, whatever the hell you want to do.
I'll try and heal Minodos.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll take Cadogan with me.
Okay. You move into... with a successful battle roll, that's not a problem. You can do so. You move in to disengage with your Knight Protector. And you can give me your healing roll. This is magical healing, right? So we'll make this a simple healing touch.
I wasn't sure, but I'll go with magic.
Yeah, you're not going to have the time to first aid him on the field. But
No.
you could instantaneously...
I don't have a bonus to this, right?
No.
I mean, we were trying to get here on the solstice, I believe.
I think we established it was
that's true.
We did.
It'll be more powerful, but it doesn't change the talent skill.
Okay, the success rate.
You know what you do if you want to bring your acolytes into the battle with you, then you get +1 for each of them.
I already succeeded. I rolled it. I panicked.
Okay, never mind. Well, heal's a heal.
I'm sorry. I panic hit the button, and here we are.
You're all good. Roll, because this is magical healing. You get to roll, and you have more life force to expend because of the solstice. How tired would you like to be?
I would like to be not super tired, to be honest. I just need him to be standing. The bar is low.
Okay. Roll 2d4 then, and you will have almost no effect. I'll give you I will give you 4 is good. 4 every health point matters. He's only lost 10 maybe?
9. Yeah.
9.
Okay. And I need an energetic test from you at standard. No.
Standard, gotcha. I'm stressed out. Success.
You're good.
Okay.
All is well in Beatrice Lands.
I think Minodos will turn to you and then just nod a small smirk.
She gonna get out of there as fast as she can. She don't want to be out here. She's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately back,
He
back to
recognizes
the
that.
reserves
He's
and
like-
everybody else. She's like, I don't want to be here.
Okay.
Godspeed, little witch.
The whole army's beginning to move into the manor now. So the people who are in heavily engaged are actually fighting inside the manor. People engaged are fighting in like the courtyard. The people who are disengaged are coming into the courtyard now. The people in reserves are the reserves are moving much slower than everything else. We will roll now for the boy. Let's see who's gonna do it. It is Emily this time. You're rolling versus. So he used honor last time. All right. So you are rolling versus a 14.
Okay.
What? Okay.
We've had so many fumbles. I don't have an advantage. I have cards.
You do have cards. Those will not help.
I don't. Yeah, those can't help me. Okay.
Well,
I said, oh no.
yeah. This was a crit and a fumble.
Yeah, this bad.
Goodness.
Bad.
Mr. Finnegan.
Okay. This is effectively going to be like, I don't want to carry this on forever, but this is going to be a dangerous round of fighting. That's what it comes down to. With the size of your army, they're going to eventually be able to overrun this place if they're already inside it. But they're going to cut down a lot of your soldiers here. All right, we will. Yeah, I think we're past the advantage option here.
Yeah.
So once I start narrating too far, it's too long.
I was literally typing that.
So we go to Cyberbro, who is heavily engaged. Give me a siege roll. You still have your +10. I have a way of making this make sense. And the numbers, as you actually move in, there are others here that are fighting. So you're not just fighting Cornishmen now, you're fighting Picts. There are Picts here that were specifically put in garrison of this place for obvious reasons. And they are a little more trained in this sort of hidden tactic sort of thing. Turns out they might have killed a king or two. Okay, siege 12. So I'll move a little bit faster too for everybody. Roll me a d20 +5.
Oh, +5.
Nine.
Okay. All of a sudden, as you're like fighting through men, you round a corner of the courtyard into the actual manor, and as you start to move down one of the halls, two doors fly open from both sides. You're being attacked by neither of them seem to be wearing much in the way of clothes, and they have the woad on them that would tell you they're very much Picts and ready for battle. You have one that's about to. Let me see where. One that's about to huck a javelin at you from one side, and another one that's going to try and stab you with a knife.
A knife.
Yeah, and he's a. Yeah.
Can I
You
okay,
can.
Can I dodge the javelin?
Do you want to focus so you can split your? This it gets complicated to fight two people at once. If you fight two people at once, you got to split your weapon skill, and you can tell me how much you want to split it. So, what is your weapon skill right now? Let's start there.
My weapon skill is a 19.
Okay. So you could go 9 and 10 if you wanted to split even as close to evenly as possible.
Okay. Is there a way for me to disengage from them without? Is there an option that
You can go into full defense. You can go defensive maneuver, which adds a +10, but means you can't hit. You can't actually harm either of them. So you'd still have to split 10 and 9, but you get a +10 to that 10 and 9. So that would be the easiest way. If that's what you want to be, is fight defensively, it means that you will not get a chance to harm them, but it would put you in a position of like, oh no, like you're kiting backwards, effectively.
Nah, we're heavily engaged. Okay, I'm riding the lightning. I'm going to impassion.
Okay, do that.
All right, so I've already used Swords and Atelier. Let's see. Let's do honor. Yeah.
Oh no.
I failed my honor. How sad. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll do the 10 for the spearman, the guy with the spear, and we'll do the 9 for the guy with the dagger.
Okay.
Okay.
Javelin, 10 for the javelin guy, and okay.
Javelin. Yeah. 10 for the javelin, 9 for the dagger. I don't have any pluses to this, I would assume. So let's do this. Okay. Barely a success on the first one. And then failure on the dagger.
That's the one you didn't want to fail on. Let's see.
What?
The javelin fails, and you actually get to cut him. So go ahead and roll on the javelin guy. Roll your damage.
All right.
So you raise your shield up, and you catch the javelin, and then you cut into him.
20.
All right, and yeah, he cries out and kind of goes down. The knife guy lunges at you at the same time and cuts you for 21 damage minus your shield. Wait, you passed your sword, right?
Yeah, do I need to roll another sword?
Hold on.
I rolled one.
You passed both. Never mind, I'm off, right? You beat them both. So you deal damage to the knife guy. I don't know why I read that as a failure.
Well, because you said it was 9 for one and 10 for the other.
Oh, okay.
Splitting my.
Right, you didn't actually split on the modifier. Never mind. Okay, so yes, correct. The knife guy cuts you for 21 damage minus, actually not minus your shield. So you take 11 damage.
All right, 11 damage. It's like a major wound, right?
No, 11 shouldn't be a major wound for you. I think you're stronger than that. But
a major wound is if you take all of your, I think, constitution in one hit.
Cool.
That's damage through armor. And Nicole, your mic is really off. I would recommend unplugging
again. Okay.
It's really bad. It's
okay.
Problematic.
I'll do that before my next turn.
Yeah, just stop talking, please. It's killing me. All right. So, Lucius, give me a dex roll to stay on your feet.
All right, cool.
All right. Good news is the javelin guy's down.
Yeah.
Bad news is you're now fighting one-on-one with a knife guy who's effectively like you fell down, he's not, so he gets a +5, you get a -5.
Okay.
As he moves to try and finish you.
All right, and then I'm using the sword, right?
You're using a sword and sword -5, right?
Yep.
For being on the ground. Now hold on, before you you already rolled? Never mind. That's okay. I will ask you before I roll. You could fight defensively and get back up on your feet. If you did, you'll roll again with a +10. So it'll a +5.
Oh yeah. I'll fight defensively and get back on my feet. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
All right. So
roll sword again +5.
Okay.
Got less than before. You know what? I talked you into it. I'm going to be merciful and just say that you don't get hit there. You get back to your feet. Because I talked you out of what you already did. So we're going to go ahead and move to the next round. You now have no penalty against him. He has no penalty against you. It's just who's going to succeed here.
Okay. Next round. Yeah. Sword again. Oof. That's
good.
All right. Damage. 17.
He has 4 armor. He is quick, though. These guys are quick. He stays up on his feet, and we continue on with the fight. So another exchange. You manage to tear into him. He's got like a small shield. He catches some of it, and you manage to cut open his bare skin.
Okay. Sword again. Yeah.
Better than him.
Oh, well. Hey, how are the cards? Let's go.
Yeah. This would be like the equivalent of fighting an assassin. That's kind of what you're up against right now.
Gotcha. 17 again.
Those are really good hits because of his size, or because of his armor, no armor. He stays up. Let me see if he's unconscious. Yeah, he's unconscious.
Okay. Am I merciful? Yeah, I'm merciful. I'm not cruel.
Do you have hate picks?
I don't have hate picks.
Okay. I only asked because you were... Yeah.
Gotcha. But the character has other hatreds, but those are Lucius's hatreds, not mine as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, so he's not gonna just put a grom. Yeah, that's me. I guess I'll take him hostage then.
Okay. He's unconscious. He's probably not worth much. You can be merciful and not kill him.
Okay. I mean, is his knife fancy? Is it like a scrimshaw knife or something? Not
no.
Really just...
No.
Lucius grumbles and moves on, holding his side. Actually, I'm probably gonna disengage. Like, okay, I don't have a squire. I need to get up out of here. I'm done.
Okay. We're gonna check in with Nicole. If it's not fixed, we're gonna cut to a BRB real quick.
Is this good?
Sounds good.
Okay. It's apparently Discord because I had to move it on there. I believe I'm still heavily engaged because I'm not disengaged.
Correct. So you're rolling a siege score. Roll a siege roll.
Still +10?
Yes. 9.
Okay.
Okay, roll a d20 +5.
+5 is 10.
Oh, hey. Thank you very much, Yamba. That was awesome. Much appreciated, man. Didn't have to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay. So D20 plus 5.
Umbra urcitus spatilla pecha duleputa.
Okay. Okay, so for you, Nicole, you are fighting a number of raiding swarmsmen.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah. They behave as one because they're kind of like they're just Kurans, like they're mercenaries. So you have 2 javelin strikes coming your way. Would you like to split or just absorb them, or you could fight defensively and move past them? What do you want to do?
I'd like to move to fight defensively. That seems the safest outside of full-on disengaging.
Okay, so what is your weapon skill? What is the weapon skill of the skill you're using?
Sword.
And no, what score?
Oh, it's a 19.
19?
Unless I impassion.
Yeah, so roll. Are you impassioning? Let's start there.
Yeah, let's see if I need more passions. Can I do love family?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I impassion, then it's technically a 24. I don't know if I divide it from there or if it's still a 20.
All right, so you had a 19, right?
Yeah.
Give me 1 sec. You're fighting defensively?
Yes.
So you have a 24 and a 25 as your 2 skill rolls. So if your skill's a 19, roll your sword plus 5 and your sword plus 6 as your 2 rolls. Fighting defensively is hugely helpful. Right, and then roll your other one too. Plus. Okay. I'm just gonna roll both rolls quickly. We're dealing with a javelin of 12. And neither of them get a freebie, so it's actually a 6. Got to worry about a 6. Yeah, you're good. You managed to catch one javelin in the shield, and then one goes sailing over your head. For that, you get 12 glory.
Does that include heavy engagement?
No. We'll give you another 10 glory.
It's 22 total. Adding it now.
Okay. We move into the disengaged. Rebecca.
Me. Minotaurs. Alright. Doing the siege.
Let's see it.
It's a pass.
It's good. All right. So you are fighting as an opponent. Roll a d20. 15. 15. So this is a mounted sergeantry, so like an esquire or something.
Sucks.
You may, if you wish, engage only prudently, and that will mean one exchange.
Yeah. He's not on a horse. His job is to be the standard bearer. He's gonna try and be as prudent as possible here.
You know what I should have done before
Well,
too, by the way, is you shouldn't get a penalty for someone on a horse because when you fight with the banner, it is a long spear, so it cancels the mounted. So
that's
well,
fine.
mistake made, but for this one,
Yeah. But yes. No, he doesn't have prudent reckless, so yeah, he'll just be prudent.
all right. So you're going to make a weapon skill roll, and so is he.
And there's no bonus for it unless I impassion, right?
Correct.
I think he's gonna impassion with loyalty lord.
Okay.
Please. Success.
+5.
Success.
All right. So you'll win this exchange with him. You can give me a damage roll just in case you get something crazy. That was pretty crazy. Let's see if his horsemanship is mentioned. No, so we'll do. Yeah, he's apparently a good rider. You cut him pretty good. He staggers, doesn't quite fall off, and then decides to retreat and spare his life. And as a result, you're going to end up with actually really good glory that time. You get a 22 glory. But he is going to get picked apart a bit by some of the stuff. Oh, that's not bad. 3 damage over 1 wound.
Okay.
All right, and that brings us to Beatrice.
What a Pendragon.
Hello.
All right. What do you want to do from the reserves? Anything in particular?
I don't. So we're in a position now that I can't see everything because people are running around inside, and
That's fair.
we've hit a disadvantageous point. So she doesn't know who's in what shape, so I think she's relying on staying here, and if someone comes to her in bad shape, then
Right.
helping with
Someone
that.
someone can, yeah, just so you guys know, you can spend a round going back into reserve, just a reminder, right? To get patched
Oh
up.
yeah, I forgot that I was in the other. Yeah, I'm going back.
No,
wanna
you
be
said
back
you were
then.
going back last time. You did.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. I just meant other people can ride back here if they want
Oh.
to get, like, you can spend a turn healing effectively. You go to the back ranks and you get patched up.
Yeah, as long as nothing's going catastrophically wrong, I am waiting to see if people come flying in.
Everyone survived that round. We have one person that hasn't rolled for the Winter Prince's battle roll. Who was that? Was it Nicole?
It is Nicole.
Why don't you roll a d20 for me?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Let's just start there. Success. All right. They fight to the bitter end, but we're not going to go through another round of battle. They fight to the bitter end, which means that the size of this army is reduced drastically, but Barrowcrest Manor is reclaimed.
Hooray!
Congratulations, y'all. The dice wanted to fight you every step of the way there, and
It made it
They
exciting.
usually do.
yeah.
In any of our large scale battles, the Barrowcrest crew is struggling all the way through it.
It's a little too happy. Let's see.
I mean, I surprisingly did pretty well.
I was say, Alien had a good run.
Yeah, I had to run my last
Lucius
battle too.
was giving me heart palpitations.
Lucius got me scared.
Yeah, you gotta go for it. Heart of the cards. You gotta
That was
Heart
close.
of the cards.
That could have
Dude,
gone.
Minotaur's fumble scared me so bad. That
Oh,
double.
yeah.
Oh. I think that tie ended up saving him.
Okay. Well, everyone's gonna get, for being a part of this victory, gonna get an additional 30 glory.
Owen gets glory. Hooray.
Yeah.
This changes plans for the Winter Prince. He doesn't have an army a size that would be worthy enough to continue to, fight through Summerland to try and seek the campaign. Within the next couple of weeks, you learn that in an odd set of events, Wells has been taken by Nanteliad, but Great Bridge has been taken by the Cornish again.
What?
Where did we leave the kids?
In Raggleberry. With the Dane?
Not a Dane was in Great
Dane was
Bridge.
in Great Bridge.
Oh,
Those kids
The
great,
kids
great.
are in Great Bridge.
Hey.
fuck.
That sounds like a good
Yeah.
point to end. I forgot about that as a GM, so that's perfect.
Emily, you've killed our children.
I didn't kill our children. Cadwy
I'll kill our
has
children.
decided to do Cadwy things, and he did exactly what I thought he was going to do.
Killed my children.
That's great.
Oh, no.
I mean, I also left my niece there.
Yeah, no, all the kids are there.
All the kids are
Minus
there.
the
I don't
acolytes.
have any.
All of the children are there, including my
That you
newborn
know of.
child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like to thank Mark as a player for trolling y'all and making that happen. So-
Yeah, Mark, thanks. That's great.
Yeah, it's all
I
Mark.
know that till now. We'll have words. It'll be fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
As noted, this game is connected to two other games that share the same world, and there were some games that happened with Fog of War, and that was a player action, and it's the outcome.
Don't
So-
blame me.
Yeah. We should point out the ultimate betrayal, which is
Don't!
Rebecca offering
No.
Mark advantage on the roll that won him great
He would have
advantage.
done it.
Oh, did
He
they
would have
now?
done it. He would have done it eventually. But this way, Florence didn't die.
Yeah, but now we have to go. kill
I like Mark.
Did you not realize your
Let
your
it
son was
let the
there?
record show. Mark is my friend. I don't want his player character to die stupid.
Also, Rebecca forgot her son was there.
I didn't. I knew we left them somewhere. I just forgot.
I knew
where.
we left them somewhere. Jesus Christ.
Look, he's fine. He's fine. He's a good boy. He's probably climbing the
You
walls,
know what?
escaping.
I can't write a better episode end than this. We
I
will
hate all of you.
we will be moving through the exchange. I will spoil for you all that you could not have better captors. Let's use the term captors. More hospitable captors than I forget his name.
Yeah.
And Florence.
Florence.
Yeah, but Florence leaves, and then it's Tristram's dad.
Oh no,
Leodegrance.
Leodegrance. Oh my
Meliodas.
god.
Meliodas, right? Leodegrance.
Leodegrance is with us.
Yeah.
We can just exchange my guy for the kids. My new buddy Morgan.
I'm sure he's valuable enough.
Maybe Tristan and Taliesin will get along.
I would assume
I
so.
don't
Point
think-
to find that guy.
I don't think Meliodas brought his child with him.
Look,
You know what we'll do? Yeah, Meliodas' kid is in Salisbury, actually. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get
Go kidnap his kid.
both Rebecca and Emily. You get to make me a D100
Oh,
roll real
do
quick.
this for
Oh.
me.
That is no.
Do I need to?
Absolutely not.
I mean, Rebecca did this
Mom?
to themselves.
No, Rebecca. Oh, God. Rebecca did this to both of us, is what happened. I hate everything right now.
My niece
Mark,
is a
we're going to
teenager.
have words.
My niece is
So
a
help me
teenager.
God, I will call you after this.
What am I rolling?
I don't care if it's a
D100.
man.
100.
I rolled a 44. Bob.
I hate to do this to myself, but my niece is there. Should I also be rolling?
Yeah.
No, if I needed 3 rolls, I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
It's that 2D100 table thing.
Whoever needs advantage should just generally whoever
Yeah.
needs it. We were given an advantage, quotes, to anyone whoever needs it. To whoever needs it.
Thank you. Dips.
So Bob tells us if one of those is a bad thing.
I don't like the way he's looking off into the distance. I will.
Mark, don't say it's
Owen
not your
will
fault.
leave. Owen will leave right now.
Well, the outcome is that Meliodas will bolster said opportunity. That is
Okay.
the outcome. So,
We were given advantage. Is there one that we should
It's-
re-roll to know whether it was bad
I
or
don't
good?
think it works.
yeah,
I
we're,
don't know. I just know somebody spent stuff on advantage.
Yeah.
you know, why not? Well, do you want to? Or do you want to say the advantage? Because the roll could be much worse than bolster advantage.
It could be worse.
Yeah, so you can tell me, you could change bolster, but it could be destroy advantage. You could change,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, or it could be bolster enemy, or, you know, like, I don't write
But
the fates.
with advantage, we do keep the better option.
And you,
No, you
get a manner.
choose
No, you
one
keep the
and re-roll.
second option.
You choose one and you re-roll it. So do you want to re-roll
I wouldn't.
bolster, or do you want to...
There are worse things than this. I would
Yeah.
save it.
I would say.
And you've got an army and a known necromancer. So, like,
I'm
And
gonna
I just
fuck-
got a bunch of pretty things. And I was gonna use for Bowie and Avray, but
I just imagine Beatrice pulling a Night King.
Who has that, Meliodas?
Blazing.
Meliodas.
That's not the Roman, is it?
No, Meliodas
No, that's
is Tristan's
Sigarius.
He's the one that took Barrel Crest from me in the first
Tristan's
place.
father. Yeah, he's the one we met.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Like, he was nice and he hated all of this. He's Mark's brother-in-law. Right?
Yeah, not Mark the player. Yeah, Mark the jerk
No,
prince.
yeah, Mark the prince.
Idris's
It gets very
son-in-law.
confusing.
And then
Okay,
you showed him
so-
hospitality.
Anyway,
Yeah. I will think a little bit about what exactly that is, because we're going to probably start with that next session. Is start with that little exchange with Meliodas. You got to remember he was very polite and hospitable. So
we
There-
were
He
very
was.
nice to him as
Yeah.
well.
yeah. So odds are. So consider this. What if this happened and you guys were completely awful to him? What might happen there? Yeah. So we
See,
will.
Beatrice, this is why it pays off to be nice to people.
It's true. Just look at Beatrice. Beatrice, like, can I curse someone within our own
Can I
player group?
curse
Is that-
someone by looking at them?
You-
What
actually
can I
can't.
do with
75.
necromancy to make Owen's day inconvenient?
Ooh, I glamour a pig nose onto Beatrice.
Okay. Break it up. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap there. Congratulations on returning Barrowcrest. Less congratulations on losing your heirs through a certain mistake. We will do some outros. We're gonna start with Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. Don't look at me. I make no apologies for liking my friends. But also, I played Lady Olwen and Seminodos. And it was a good time. He got so much glory.
He did. Emily.
I'm Emily. I played Beatrice, and I'm gonna think of some options. I'm gonna figure it out.
That's fair. Nicole.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I played Sir Elian, and I suspect we'll be storming Great Bridge.
Not with your army.
I know. Or we'll be having a not so nice chat with Meliodas.
Be nice.
And Cyberbro.
All right, I am Cyberbro. I played Sir Lucius Julius Julianus, and I'm looking forward to the new feast. We should have a feast coming up soon, so be good. Thubex Barrel Crest. Woo!
Yes, indeed. In fact, I'm going to recommend that everyone get together at the beginning of next session offline and do winter phase. Like, so meet early, do winter phase, because we'll be having just one scene and then skipping forward into the new year. In the next session, okay. We will not be playing through the Yule feast. So
skipping autumn.
Yeah, skipping autumn, skipping winter. Yeah. All right, cool. And where did I leave off? Did we get everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
I
Bob.
think anyone plugged the Discord.
Yep.
Yeah, so
we have a Discord. Join us.
We have Discord. Yep. Join us. We do Pendragon 3 times a week with some interconnected stories, as we saw tonight at the end. Not always positive interconnected stories, but they're interconnected nonetheless. Yeah, we also have Legend of the Five Rings for a mini-series on Saturdays. Come check us out. And yeah, if you like what you saw here, you can check our backlog on YouTube. We have playlists for all our Pendragon stuff. And I also do ttrpg talks with a number of game designers and continuing to grow that list. Recently sat down with David Larkins, the line editor for... did I get that phrase right? That's the right term, right?
It's line editor, right. Yeah, that's correct.
Line editor for Pendragon 6th edition. So that was a really... great talk, and yeah, you can check that all out on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and raid out, and we'll see you next time, folks. If you stick around for the raid, I appreciate it. If not, we'll see you anyways. Bye-bye.